I will make this offer early in the interview. If you ever get anywhere near Philadelphia or the Delaware Valley, you have a place to crash, stay, have dinner, whatever. I am in full support of you guys.
We'll be there tomorrow.
I will have to do a lot of cleaning. All right. I'm just going to jump into this with the name of the band, which fascinates me because you'll hear why. But I'm curious as to whether the representation of the name of the band is based upon anything in particular in your lives. Like, is there a structure at home, the round window? Because for people who are listening, the round window, or a round window, is on the cover of the CD. It is represented in different forms throughout the CD booklet. And I think it's very interesting. Having said that, it's a long question here, I apologize. But having said that, the round window, and I did not know this until I started researching you, is also the structure of the middle ear. And it's based on the fenestra cochleae, which allows communication between the middle ear and the inner ear. And I find it interesting that guys who create sound chose a name, whether by accident or design, that translates sound to the human mind. So how did you come upon the round window as a name?
Okay. It's the initial inspiration is a very old children's program from the 70s, maybe even a little bit earlier, that I remember from my youth. And they had a section on this program where they'd do a feature on something that somebody was doing. And it would be basically, today we are looking through the whatever window. And they had a triangular window and a round window and an oblong window. And it would be a different feature each time. And it was a really, when you look at it now, it looks really trippy, like most things from the sort of 70s do. Yeah. In retrospect. And I thought, well, that's a really good idea. This idea that when you look at something, how you see it will be framed very much by the shape or the position from where you're standing. And so the idea was, yeah, looking through the round window, this is how we see things. My initial thing was to tie it to the eye, actually. Now, the ear thing is fascinating because you're the second person to mention that. A guy called Ross Muir did a review of the album and he brought that up as well. Okay. And I thought, I'm just going to keep quiet about that and pretend that I knew that all along.
We've had a few theories. We've had a few people come and say, oh, is it this? Is it this? And all of them were really smart. And I was born in 1997, so I don't know anything about that program. But I've just gone, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's that. Yeah, very smart. Yeah. We're smart too. Yeah.
Well, I when I saw that, I thought, I've been thinking about this in one way, in one dimension. And all of a sudden, there's this whole thing that opened up and it's like, oh my God, did they really go deep and do this and put that much? I really appreciate that you took something from your childhood, from television. I wind up doing stuff like that as well. We're probably very close in age. So I understand where that comes from, because we had trippy shows here in the 70s for kids. I mean, if you look at a kids show from the 70s, you'll think to yourself, oh my God, the people who created the show were obviously completely stoned when they were writing and producing the show.